There is an elephant in the room. Some parents believe in the elephant. Some parents are in denial. Some parents, they know there is an elephant, but they are not very comfortable talking about it. Yes, we are talking about AI and its effect on our society, on our daily life, and especially the future of our kids. On the evening of World Economic Forum, the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, he mentioned he thinks AI is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on. On the same evening, he also mentioned that he thinks AI has more potential and is actually, in terms of invention, is more potential invention compared to fire and electricity. Personally, I do not think there is any bigger invention than fire and electricity. But what do I know? ChatGPT came out towards the end of November, December 2022, if I'm not wrong. 2023 is the great year of adoption of this new invention, the birth of AI, to the masses. And by the end of 2023, our graduate market, the new job market, was in free fall. If you look into the graph, from 2023, the S&P 500 was actually shooting higher, but the graduate job market was actually trading lower. So obviously, they are not related. S&P 500 wasn't really doing bad for the job market to go down. Most company has created this imaginary big freeze and stopped recruiting. On top of that, they were laying off hundreds of employees every day. It's only in the public sector, so they can divert the fund to AI. I have spent 20 years building the system, so I'm not guessing, I'm telling you from the inside. Institute of Student Employers in UK, they have done the research, and in 2024 there are about 1.2 million fresh graduates in UK, and we had about 17,000 vacancy. If you do the math, is 70 candidates per vacancy. In 2025 that number jumped to double, which means it's 140 candidates per vacancy. If you look into 2026 data, that is a 206 candidates per vacancy. This is the highest recorded number since ISE started collecting the data since 1991, and this is the third consecutive year of decline. Now, if you look into the graduate market, in UK, an average graduate earns about 33,000 in 2026. But look, if you look into the student loan, the student debt, that is £30,000 with a 9% interest. So AI isn't coming, it's already here. If you look what all these leaders of AI saying, you should be worried. I think Sam Altman, he was mentioning, I think 2024 or 2025, that jobs are definitely going full stop. In UK, Klarna, in one night, they have replaced 700 employees, all their support staff. And one of the, worrying or good news, either it can go either ways, that UK government agencies and organizations, they are now using 54% compared to what they have used previously. Obviously, for the organization, it is a good news, but for the employees, employees who are job hugging, that will be a news they need to be worried about. Just look up what those leaders are saying about the future of jobs. You will be worried. Like, as I said, Sam Altman was saying jobs are definitely going. Anthropic CEO Dario, he was saying 90% of software engineer job will be done by the AI. In the beginning of 2025, Zuckerberg was saying that by the end of 2025, most of the mid-level engineering job will be replaced by his AI agents. He was not even considering the entry-level jobs. He was talking about the mid-level jobs, and there are so many other examples as well. The Twitter creator Jack Dorsey, he fired 4,000 of his employees, and he directly attributed to AI. And people were then was talking about maybe it is the time we should all talking about universal basic income. And I'm sure you all know about the latest hot news how Mark Zuckerberg laid off his 8,000 employees with a 4 a.m. email. What people don't talk about and don't even know that at the same time Mark Zuckerberg stopped 6,000 new roles. So there were like 6,000 new job openings that he closed, and also he moved 7,000 of his employees from different department to the AI section. So what it is telling us is telling us we have a huge opportunity in the AI, but at the same time the current roles are actually vulnerable. So people who are still worried about AI and everything that is happening around us, I will say this: the best time was 3 years ago, and the second best time is now, today. Now let's talk about the timing. Recently I was talking to some graduates, and they were really depressed. Some of them, they were like clueless what was going to happen to them, what's coming for them. The university, they kept on learning every single thing. They know a lot, but they're no master of none, and they have no clue what is going to happen after they finish their graduation. AI has created a new reality. It has created a level playing field for all generations. So it is not anymore true that you have to go to university to start learning all these advanced stuff, advanced algorithms, or know how to do software engineering or business development or startup entrepreneurship. Due to AI, age is not a factor anymore. Now, if we look into the uh, computational plasticity, there's a term in neuroscience that is developing from age 8 to 25. So that ends in 25. And there is a peak age, which is 11 to 16. This is where the gray matter start developing. So there are two concepts. One is the elasticity, the other is plasticity. So elasticity, when it goes back to whatever it was. So when you have little child and you keep on asking them to do something, and they kept on doing the same thing, they don't remember. So they don't have the pattern. The pattern is developing from age 8, which is the computational plasticity. And as I said, the best time is from 11 to 16, and it's ended in 25. So from age 9, you can have your child start learning all these new things that is spoken around us these days. You don't have to wait until 19. So this is the best window when we can have our child to start developing those skills: foundation of coding, algorithms, logical thinking, decision making, and using AI, make apps, have business ideas, go forward, the whole stack. If you wanted your child to be the best swimmer or very good at swimming, you send them to swimming school from age 6, 7, 8, or very early stage. At the same time, if you want them to be very good at any other sports, badminton or football or cricket, you name it, you send them very early in their age. But when it comes to something that is going to rule the next 50 or 100 years, God knows, we are very reluctant, and we are leaving it to the government. We are leaving it to the school, college, and university education system, where those institutes at the moment don't even have a clue how to handle the situation. The examples that if your child gets an early start, an early guidance, what they can build is numerous. It will never finish if we keep on adding and keep on saying one after one. I just want to give you some examples. Nick D'Aloisio from Wimbledon, he got his first computer at age 9. He was obviously in a private school. He got some good guidance from that school about his technology and whatever he wanted to do. So when Apple Store came out, he released his first mobile app in the App Store in age 12. In age 15, he started developing an app which can summarize an article, and Yahoo ended up buying that for $30 million. Or Akshay Ruparelia from Harrow, when they moved their house, when they sold their house, the estate agents charged 2%, which is about 6,000 for the amount they paid. And he didn't think that's quite fair, so he tried to understand the whole chain, and he created his application, the service, I think it's called Doorstep, and he was promoting it for 99 pounds. So sell your house for 99 pounds. Again, he started early, he got good guidance, and now his company, Doorstep, I think they're the third largest in UK, and who are clearing 1 billion pound in house sale, and he want to be the top estate agents in UK. He got a he got an offer from Oxford University that he rejected. Again, the signals are quite clear that they started early. Or Ishan Vimjiani, who is from Hertfordshire, at age 21, he was already owning £500,000. He bought a flat in Dubai for £100,000, and I think he's living there. Again, the same thing. He started early. He created his fast service, £5 tutor. So anybody can teach another student for £5. And later he sold this service or application for £100,000 when he was 17-year-old. Or Branson, who became an OpenClaw expert, just installing OpenClaw for business and automating a simple problem for any business. I think his monthly revenue is $30,000. OpenClaw creator Peter Steinberger even tagged him in one of his tweets. All those examples, none of them are exceptional children. The only common pattern among all of them is they had an early start. They had a good guidance and they started earning early. In my Syntax Labs Academy, we have a student from age 9 to 15 right now, and age 11 is making an app with me, which is a missing thing finder app. Age 11 boys who are making app using Weather API to create an application that will support their family in some sort of health scenario. There's another boy who's age 13 who is making an app using geolocation and some sort of nutrition app. I have another age 13 who is designing an app for his younger brother to do mock exams. See, all those apps that they're developing, it might not bring the millions, but it is a start. At least now they can think like a builder. They are shown the way how their app can be helpful to the community. I hear complaint from various parents that I'm talking about money, I'm showing them money too early. It's too early for them. But trust me, when in our 15 minutes meeting, we have a conversation about their current situation and their goal, and the conversation goes this way: that why are we studying? What are you going to study after that? What are you going to do after that? So it always ends up that I'm going to get a job, I'm going to get money, I'm going to earn money, or I'm going to make a business, I'm going to earn money. So at the end, all these students from 9 to 11, they already know their goal is to finish their study, get a job, earn money. So I'm not showing them early. They already know this is the reality. So Syntax Labs Academy is not just a fun coding club, it's a pipeline. The children, the kids who are coming here, they obviously start learning the foundation, the basic of the coding, but gradually and very quickly they move into designing their own app, how to make it useful, how to make it good for the community or the environment, and also think like a builder, how to make money out of it, who will be our target customer. So they're also, like the other students, the other examples that I gave, getting an early start. To support this initiative, there are so many organizations in UK who are working as well. The age, in most cases, the age is between 18 to 30 or 18 to 25, 16 to 30, 11 to 18. Now, here is what I said to many of the parents: your children, your kids will not wake up one day and say, "Oh, I want to build an app. I'm feeling like a builder. I'm feeling like a founder. I'm feeling like I want to create a startups." They need a structured approach to go from one place to the other when they're starting that early, like 9 or 11 or something. So there is All About Business Enterprise Fund by Reed Foundation. you must be aged between 18 to 26 to apply for that. And your business has to be running for the last 3 years. So let's say your kid started this organization, that business at age 15. So 15, 16, 17, 18, you can apply for it. Also, that business must have some sales and must have at least one paying customer to actually apply for that fund, and that is £20,000 for that startup. There is a funding fortune program by Co-op and others. If your app is targeting the community or the environment or any social aspect, you can apply from 8,000 to 18,000, and the age range is between 16 and 30. There is Simply Business Enterprise Fund. The fund value is 5,500, and there is a 6 weeks of training about their business, and also there is a 3 days one-to-one training from one of the apprentice winner. And there is also Samsung Solve for Tomorrow, where you have to be between 11 to 18, that early stage. If you have a very good app idea, a service idea, or any good business venture idea that helps the community, helps the environment, you can apply for it. The price is £10,000. The second prize is £1,000, and all the other finalists, they get many more gifts from Samsung. From the King's Trust, there is an enterprise program where you can get a non-repayable 5,500. The age range has to be again between 18 and 30. You need to own at least 50% of the business. It has to be a good business idea that will generate revenue. And there is Southwest Enterprise Fund for every local community. You will have this fund working with your council. You can talk to your council how to apply for that. The price is not really big. I think it's about 2,000, but that's not the point. By getting this fund, you get one-to-one mentorship and a big network to push you to the next round. More than 80% of UK kids spend between 4 to 6 hours on the screen. We parents, if we can divert only 4 to 6 hours a week from that into building something, if we can encourage them, if we can coach them, guide them, that instead of becoming a consumer, become a producer, and that is the future you can have. That is the winning. That is what we need to do for our kids' future. As you can see, the window is real, and the skills that compound. It is proven by science that that age is the best stage to start something that has a very good effect for the future. Syntax Labs runs a structured program from level 1 to level 4, where the kids are learning from age 9. They can start at age 9 or any age between 9 and 17. The basic, the foundation, the deep dive into Python and AI, the deep dive into SDLC, software development lifecycle, building the app, and then we have our flagship mentorship program where they will work on live program, which I believe before they come into the mentorship program, they will have their own idea and they will pursue with their own idea anyway. But I'll have to say this is not for everyone. This is not for any parent or any children who just want to spend their time in a coding club and maybe they will become something. This is for any parent or any children who has an ambition, but just waiting for a coach, a guide, a mentor to show them the path to the successful outcome. I would like to end with this. This is not a sales pitch. This is my attempt, my effort to make all the parents aware that what we are up against, what is coming, and we should be proactive to prepare our kids for that future. I have a 15 minutes free call with any parent with their children to understand the situation and guide them what should be the best next step for them. You are not signing up to any course. You are not subscribing to anything. Feel free to register your child and book a 15-minute slot, and we'll have a talk how we can help each other for creating a good environment and learning path for your child's future in this AI of uncertainty. Geoffrey Hinton, godfather of AI, he was saying in one of his episodes in Diary of CEO that he doesn't see any future for his children or children of his niece and nephews. For us is fine, maybe we'll leave this planet very soon, but he doesn't see what is going to happen for our kids. So if we're still relying on the traditional way, we are actually gambling with some unknown reality. Now, everything that I said today, if those are making you uncomfortable, that's the point. Because I really want you to push yourself. I really want you to think, what should you do tomorrow for their future? I would like to leave you to the godfather of AI, Jeffrey Hinton, and I hope to see you on the other side. Thank you.
I'm okay. I'm 77. I'm going to be out of here soon. But for my children and my younger friends, my nephews and nieces, and their children, I just don't like to think about what could happen.
Why?
Because it could be awful.
In what way?
Well, if I ever decided to take over, I mean, it would need people for a while to run the power stations until it designed better analog machines to run the power stations. There's so many ways it could get rid of people, all of which would, of course, be very nasty.